Alright, everything good at Tazawar? Yeah, Alright, you brothers ready? Alright, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, before we get started, as always, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash.
Also, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to all you brothers out there. And can you close that real quick, Tazawar? It's another Thursday. We had class. In this class, we talked about several different things. In the spirits out there of, getting in shape. All right, basically getting ready for war, man, because that's what's coming. Okay, and it went from there to we talked about a lot of mannerism, and then you ended up pulling it out at the very end of the class session about not forsaking this, the assembling of ourselves, right, as the scripture says. If you can get that as well in that the book of Hebrews, all right. And the older brothers towards the end of the class session were exhorting the younger brothers and telling them that, look, man, we should be seeing more videos of younger Akim together. All right, you all should be breaking bread more, learning from one another. All right, so on and so forth. Because when we were growing up, in particular us three brothers right here, we were always around each other, and we still are to this day. But now we got a little bit older. Hey, brothers got families now. More of a serious work schedule, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? And we don't got that time, that free time like we once did. And like I told the brothers, man, I wish I had that time like I used to. So with that being said, you younger men out there, and I'm saying younger men in particular, like your age, those in their teens and their 20s, or if you might be an older man, you don't have that responsibility like that. Take advantage of that, because you don't know what the Lord's going to throw at you later in life. So don't forsake the assemblings of yourself, man. Try to link up with brothers as much as possible. Now, there's a balance with it, of course, all right? But I'll say it like this: you should be seeing brothers, once or twice during the week. And I'll put it like this: we're not saying, oh, I see him at camp, or I see him at class. No, I'm saying outside of that, all right? But can you get that?
I got you.
Kanasa, and then we'll go from there.
This Hebrews chapter 10, verse 23. Let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering, for he is faithful that promised. And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works.
Yeah, and then how Big Ox said, he mentioned that I was provoking the brothers to good works. All right, we got to do that. Hey, you got to get on your brother, man. All right, what's this talk about how your neighbor's gonna search you out? Okay. Hey, you gotta hear particular. It could be a rebuke. It could be just some slight critiquing. Yeah. Hey, brother, you know what? Maybe you should go to sleep a little bit earlier. That'll help you out in the morning with getting up for work. Or maybe you should how we were talking about etiquette. Hey, you shouldn't be eating. All right, past this time. All right, going into all sorts of things. Hey, this will help you out with your health, etc. You know what I'm saying? Yep. We should be doing that constantly, trying to better ourselves. Hey, this brother should point out some flaws in me, and vice versa. I should point out flaws in him, because at the end of the day, we want to cross the finish line together, man, so to speak. That's right. All right, because we all want to get that plan, right? We all want to get that salvation, So we got to make ourselves better, even in the world, bro. You know what I'm saying? It could be even like you had Arnold, and he had what is that dude's name? Oh, I can't think of his workout buddy. Oh, was it Frank? I think that was his name. I can't think of it, Salakia, but even Arnold had like a workout buddy to make him better. You know what I'm saying? All the greats had that. They always had that man that was besides them to make them the best, so to speak.
Got it.
All right, you got it.
It's Proverbs 27 and 17. Iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. There you go, man. So the more that you're both in the same spirit to get towards a similar goal, hive mind is what they call it, or a symbiotic relationship, synergy, the more you're strengthening one another, man. And it presents an ability to help get over a challenge when you are crossed with it. You know, as far as where you know, you're just dealing with it on your own. Because like the scripture says that what is it, a four chord
Yeah, we can get that. Was it?
Ecclesiastes 4.
Yeah, let's get that. Brother can get that for the other brother Lahab.
you know, just like I was thinking about because they had that fucking
Yep.
Planet of the Apes movie on streaming. It was like on Hulu. They had that streaming or whatever with Caesar, and he picked up the sticks. You know, he broke one easily, but then he picked up a bundle of them. He said like, you know, together we strong, communicating with the apes, man. All right, because saw that he was getting wise. What did he do? He started strengthening their mentality. Then he went and got the green gas that really build them up, man. Which was really them getting turned up and receiving the spirit.
Mm-hmm. That's right. I got that Ecclesiastes 4. We'll start at 9. You want one of you younger brothers want to get it?
I got it.
Yeah, you get it.
Come. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4, verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
Says, 2 are better than 1
Mm-hmm.
because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow, but woe unto him that is alone when he falleth, for he hath not another to help him up.
Yeah, and we mentioned in class, there were several men that were amongst us, and they were never around brothers, man. They always had that lone wolf spirit. You know, I'm gonna fall back. I'm not gonna go to the main house. You know what? I'm working. I'm busy. I can't, you know, hang out. Or if they did hang out, it was always in a folly atmosphere. Oh yeah, you know, I'll kick it with you as long as you know we're going to the club or going to the bar. You know, doing something quote unquote fun. You know what I mean? That's the people like that. They don't last. They don't. All right, like you know, we've been like I said, us 3 brothers. We've been in a little bit of time now. You know, through the spirit, and we've seen people come and go. All right, and those type of men, they don't last. I have not seen one last. Have you?
Wow.
Because the ones that I know about, they all fell out.
Yeah.
Every single one of them.
It's either you stop doing that type of behavior, you grow, or you end up falling out.
Yeah, and like we mentioned, you got certain brothers who got more reserved spirits, but every so often they still, you know, break some bread. All right, you know when they can.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you know there's still a balance to things. Okay, but is there more to that?
Okay.
Keep reading.
Ecclesiastes 4 and 11. Again, if 2 lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? And if one prevail against him, 2 shall withstand him, and a threefold cord is not quickly broken.
And that goes back to what this brother was talking about with the you said the sticks and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not easily broken if you come together. You know what I'm saying?
And the thing is, it's a difference between coming together in righteousness and just coming together with a multitude, man.
Yeah.
Because the Lord says, "Fault not a multitude to do evil."
Right.
But if you got a bunch of righteous men, there's more of the spirit there, man. There's more peace there. There's more knowledge there. There's more strength there, man. All right. There's more of a game there with this group versus this group. You know, shit. You with this group, the one on the left. Well, shit. You know, if you was with a bundle of, you know, Pooh Bears, shit, you might as well be dead, man. All right.
Oh. What's that scripture? Another thing too is the scripture said, I forget where it's at. I know it's in the Gospels where it says where there are 2
Got
or
it.
more.
This is Matthew 18 and 20. For where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst of them.
Yeah, so just straight to the point. Where there are 2 or more gathered in my name, I'm in the midst of them. All right, so every time you link up with brothers, hey, Yahweh Shai is in the midst of us, man. Remember that. That's something that, you know, yeah, that's cold, bro. And it's scary too, bro, because, you know, if you're off, man, the Lord sees that. All right, so you know hey, you know, it's a dual-edged sword, you know. You know, this truth, things are, like I said, it's a dual-edged sword. You know, the point being though is, you know, you want to be amongst brothers because the spirit, you know, is flowing now. Like how you were, you know, getting into. All right. Oh, another thing too is each brother brings a different a piece to the puzzle, man.
Yeah.
All right. All right. This brother may be good in Hebrew. This brother may be good in history. Oh, this is a brother that exhorts. This brother's good in herbs. This brother maybe he's a little bit older in age, so he's got some worldly knowledge that he can, give to you, brother, so on and so forth.
Experience, yeah.
Every brother has their part, man. You see? But we're all what? We're all one body.
Yeah.
All right, as the scriptures talk about. You know, like I like to mention the brothers, every individual is important, man. Even if you're the lowest guy on the totem pole, so to speak, you know, you're a part in this movie is important, man. Okay, don't forget that. Maybe you don't get your so-called shine, right? You know what I'm saying? Because some brothers, they're more of a background guy, so to speak. But that background guy is important. And like, you know, I'll say this for, you know, those who are, you know, just listening and learning. They haven't, you know, come to a camp like that. There's a lot of men that you don't even see on, you know, on camera like that. And those individuals are key members in camps, man. If those particular men weren't around, a lot of shit wouldn't be happening, bro. A lot of brothers would be in financial jams. A lot of brothers' cars wouldn't be getting fixed. They wouldn't be getting driven around. All right, so on and so forth. All right, so like I said, every brother's important in this thing. You know?
Yeah. I got a quick piece of this. Sirach 11:3. It says, "The bee is little among such as fly, but her fruit is the chief of sweet things." So, yeah, just because you have a position that may seem small doesn't mean that it's not bringing a lot to the table, man. But it's the fact that you're doing a job and you're doing it in humility, man. Not expecting to be exalted more than what you are, because you know what? Those type of guys, they also don't make it. Because they're not there for the spirit. They're not just there to do the job. They're there to be known. They're there for their own belly. And the Lord ends up spewing them out.
This Sirach chapter 37, or Ecclesiasticus chapter 37, verse 12. It says, "But be continually with a godly man, whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord, whose mind is according to thy mind."
Yeah, because what did the scriptures say? Amos 3:3, "Can two walk together unless they be agreed?" So you have to be amongst godly men. All right. If not, you know, because the scriptures say, "He that toucheth pit shall be defiled." So if you start hanging out with these, you know, individuals in the world, all right, their spirit's gonna rub off on you, man. All right. Now you're proud. All right. You start thinking about different doctrines and philosophies and thinking that's right instead of the one that you were taught. Okay. You know, so you want to be amongst godly individuals. I think it talks about they're gonna sorrow with thee. Does it say that in the next verse?
It says, "And will sorrow with thee if thou shalt miscarry."
Exactly. They actually understand you. They understand the trials and tribulations that you're going through. Look, your mom's not gonna understand this. All right, your brother, your woman, you know, your grandpa, your uncle, they're not gonna understand what you're going through. They're of the world. So you don't want to be around these guys, man. You want to be around like-minded men. All right. These like-minded men are gonna have the same goal. All right. They got the same thought process. You know, because you hang around with somebody in the world, eventually, some adultery's gonna come up. Pork. A blunt.
Yeah.
All right.
They're gonna try to pass it to you.
Exactly. They never passed it once when you were, you know, in the world. But now that you're in the truth. Hey man, little homie, and shit, you know, here you go.
There's some demons.
Alright? You know what I'm saying? There's just some bullshit's gonna come out. Somebody's gonna start woman worshiping, you start getting on women or something, and all of a sudden you got fucking Captain Sablehold trying to fight you, bro, over a woman that he hasn't even met. You're like, God damn, bro, what the fuck?
And he never gonna touch that bitch.
He never gonna smell the
Right.
Exactly. That dude's still gonna go home with his dick soft and his dick fucking dry.
All he do was elevate some whore that's out here. That's out here fucking the dudes that speaking shit about him. The toxic masculinity.
Crazy, man.
Did somebody bring out 2 Corinthians?
Is there any more of that about Chan?
No.
Okay, Tom, what have you got?
This 2 Corinthians 6:14. "Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers, for what fellowship have righteousness with the unrighteousness, and what communion have light with darkness?"
Keep going out, there's a lot to it.
It's God.
Yeah, there's a couple verses. Just keep reading towards the end or the end.
Yep. It says, "And what concord had Hamashiach with Belial?"
Yeah, in
Belial.
yeah, in we'll have the anointed, all right, with Belial, and when you look up that word, it's a heavy definition, man. It goes into being worthless. So what do these anointed ones have to be? Yep, the sons of Belial. What do these anointed ones have to do with these worthless, low life individuals?
Yeah, what does the value have to do with nothingness?
Yeah,
Shit,
exactly.
high value men.
You know what I'm saying? You have nothing in common and nothing to talk about. Yeah, you know, let's say, you might be, in the gym, you might be, a brother that, hits the weights and shit. Yeah, you could talk to somebody a little bit about some workout stuff. But after that, nothing in common.
Else.
Yeah, you may be a brother that plays basketball. You could, talk about fucking LeBron James a little bit. All right, you know what I'm saying? You could talk a little bit about the game. But after that, nothing else.
Yep.
So on and so forth, man.
Which isn't the same as networking, because you know what, they, you gotta balance it out, because it says use as well as not abusing it. You gotta understand that sometimes you do have to separate yourself from those people, because it says that thou be among the indiscreet, observe the times, meaning, but continue. Did you bring that? Is that the one you brought out?
Yeah.
Yep. Well, there you go. So hey, you're gonna have times where you have to deal with these heathens, Esau, the 2/3, the black woman. But for the most part, their spirit is not of the not the most part, not at all. Their spirit is not of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. So you gotta separate yourself, get back to the brothers, get back into this book, start reading and replenishing your spirit. Job, work out, do things that are good for your soul. Even if it's just listening to audio book outside of those people, just to clear your head of all that madness. It's like being into the phone all day, too much screen time. But these people are the screen time of life, man. Because especially if you're at work, based on on how your life is, the majority of your time is going to be at work. It's going to be outside the house, and you're going to be hearing these people's conversations, and you got to know what you can actually say to these people, especially in these times, and what you shouldn't say, because they expect you to say something. They want, because they really want to. They always try to trap you and try to get you in the corner to see your views on things, man.
Mm-hmm.
They like shit. Some bitch did that to me, and I wasn't even trying to fucking go there with the bitch. I just had, you got it. She was sitting. Oh, you don't want to argue with her. You got it. Like right. I just had to stop that bitch in the track. She kept going, man.
It takes two to tango, man.
Mm-hmm.
But damn. I can keep reading this.
Yeah.
Oh,
Read this whole. I can read it. Say 18.
This is or what part? This verse 15, the latter half. Or what part hath he that believeth with an infidel?
Exactly. You believe in one thing, they believe. Look, you believe in Yahweh Shem Yahweh, the kingdom to come. They believe in the American dream.
Right.
Alright.
Hood legend.
Fucking red, white, and blue. That's what they believe in. You can't be around these guys.
Yeah, no.
These guys believe in red, white, and blue. All right, in some way, form, or fashion.
Oh yeah.
I don't care if they're on some Greek fraternity, entrepreneurship. Somebody hustling, fucking crack cocaine. All right, or dunking a goddamn basketball, bro. They believe in the red, white, and blue, bro.
Yep.
They believe in fucking democracy, feminism, the alphabet boys. All right, that's what they believe in. 'Cause if you believe in one thing, you believe in it all, then, man. All right, you accept it all. Either you're gonna be completely against this world, or completely with it. That's it. There is no half step, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, half step, and no, bro. Okay, that shit's crazy, man. For real, man. Hey, look, yeah, you see, first they, okay, you gotta accept the gays and the lesbos, right?
Yep.
Then it slowly turned into fucking the Transformers. Now it's going into the pedos and then the bestiality. Okay, what else is next? Well, more vile shit is gonna come through those doors, bro. Okay.
Everything.
All right.
This God.
Mm-hmm.
This 2 Corinthians 6 and 16. And what agreement hath the temple of Yahweh with idols?
Mm-hmm.
For ye are the temple of the living power. As Yahweh has said, I will dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their power, and they shall be my people. Wherefore come out from among them and be ye separate, saith Yahweh.
Right.
And that's what holy means too, man.
Yep.
To be separate. And touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you, and will be a father unto you, and ye shall be my sons and daughters, saith Yahweh Almighty.
Yeah, so you gotta be separate, alright? You gotta come out from among them.
Yeah.
You know, you can't be like these people. Now, of course, you have your dealings. Hey, you deal with your parents here and there, alright? Hey, you gotta deal with the coworker. You know what I'm saying? Some brothers network depending on their type of work and shit like that, you know what I mean? Well, I'll say this, hey, it's good to know a couple people, man, so yeah, you can get a deal here and there for, you know, for whatever, you know what I'm saying? The point being is you can't be amongst these people like that, though. Alright? That's why you gotta be amongst the brotherhood, amongst the godly man. You know, can I say this real quick? He said, because dude, we brought out that scripture, don't forsake the assemblings of yourself, right? And
we didn't get a chance to get to that verse.
oh man, read that first real quick.
It says,
Spirit be flowing. We get that.
This Hebrews 10:25, not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together, as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as ye see the day approaching.
Yeah, so you should be doing it actually more as you see the day approaching, not less.
Right.
You should be. You got to be getting in tune more and more with a like-minded men. All right, what's that? Can you get that scripture there? The prophets shall see eye to eye. Because you know what made me think it's funny because I just saw this. Because remember I was telling you I was watching Naruto with my son and all that shit.
Yeah.
Remember when it was between Sasuke and Naruto, and he said that basically we can read our thoughts without even talking.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
Basically, we're just doing like fist and fighting.
They was
Yup.
each other, man.
Yeah, that's how we gotta be spiritually speaking. We just gotta know shit. Like, hey, this brother don't have to say. Like half the time we be bringing out brothers call out a precept. I already have him. That's how it's gotta be, man. We gotta be dead in tune with each other, man. And even with like carnally speaking, right? You know, because you gotta bring out some carnal shit. Even look at like basketball players. They getting so in tune with their team that they'll be passing without even looking. They don't even know the dude's behind. They know, but they don't really know that he's behind. And they'll just be like passing, right behind their back, and bam, all of a sudden the dude, ends up, doing that layup, that dunk, whatever, right? But that's how that shit really goes, man. You gotta be that in tune with your team, man.
And also, yeah, that's right. That's knowing your brother, and also like let's say for instance, all of us in this room is out with each other. You know what I'm saying? It could be a situation that go down, and we know how to handle the situation due to us being on one accord in the spirit and knowing this truth, man. It's like we know how to handle certain situations. Like, okay, this is happening. All right, this the elder brother, so we're gonna follow suit. Blah blah blah, and be able to handle that situation. You know what I'm saying? We need each other, man. It's all about Yahweh Shem Yahushua and the brotherhood, man.
That's right.
It's Isaiah 52:8. Thy watchmen shall lift up thy voice, with the voice together shall they sing. For they shall see eye to eye when the Lord shall bring again Zion.
Exactly. We gotta see eye to eye, all right, with all things, All right. When I say all things, I'm talking first and foremost the doctrine. Okay. And then just like in general, like how we were saying, like. You just gotta be in tune, man. Like this is like I'm speaking in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that, how would I put this, man? Like you just gotta be in the spirit to know it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's certain, you can't teach the spirit. You just gotta be in it. You know what I mean?
It talks about that they know the spirit do know the things of the spirit. So you can't explain carnality to somebody that's in the spirit because we don't get it. Like to us, like oh that's wrong. What do you mean it's wrong? Like they don't understand how we think that something's wrong. All right, you can't explain the spirit to somebody that's of the flesh, man.
Yeah.
But it's a synergy amongst those that get it.
That's right. Damn, beautiful, man. But did you have anything else, Counselor?
I had I had one. This is Matthew 10:16. It's a classic. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. All right? Hey, that's the thing, man. We gotta be wise out here, man. All right? especially if we're together or separate. We just got to be wise in the situation that comes to us, and be harmless as done. Not everything is like rah rah and let me whoop your ass or something like that. Like
The majority of the time, it's not like that.
Yeah, God knows.
You gotta learn how to diffuse situations. Look at how shot. That's all he ever did for the most part. Was diffuse situations. The only time, really, in a sense, where he got quote unquote carnal was when he had whoop some ass, man, at the in the temple. Other than that, man, that's all Yahweh Shah did was he walked away. All right, finesse, went into the crowd. Yeah. All right, he learned how to basically answer a fool according to his folly. Mm-hmm. Cut these wicked scribes and Pharisees, and did what he had to do. Right. All right, that's how we got to be too.
Blessed are the peacemakers.
Yeah. But I'll say this, man. With that all being said, especially for you younger brothers, you need to be around older men so you can learn, bro. That's the thing. Like, it talks about wearing out the steps. Yes. All right, of that wise man. A younger brother should be, almost be like a nuisance to an older brother. All right? Like, damn, he's calling again. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, the older brother's gonna deal. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? Where you're like, fuck, I just want to chill out for a second. You know what I mean? All right? But it says here, Sirach chapter 6 and I like 32 is one of my. I like the scripture a lot. 32. I'm gonna start there. My son, if thou wilt, thou shalt be taught. And if thou wilt apply thy mind, thou shalt be prudent. So you gotta apply. You just can't read. That's what we're talking about in class too. You can't just read all the time and not apply. The things you read, you gotta, apply to your life. What's the point of reading, all these scriptures and not, using it? That's what Christians stupid,
do.
Man.
That's what Christians do. They read the Bible back and forth, the whole book, like 10 times, and don't follow nothing in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. It says, if thou love to hear, thou shalt receive understanding. If thou bow thy ear, thou shalt be wise. Stand in the multitude of the elders, and cleave unto him that is wise. Be willing to hear every godly discourse, and let not the parables of understanding escape thee. And we mentioned that too in class, that brothers need to learn. Well, I'll say this: you gotta learn how to sacrifice. Hey, fuck your sleep, man. You know how many times, man, I wanted to go to fucking bed and I did it. Not getting 3-4 hours of sleep. Now, of course, take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. Gotta add that in there real quick. Have some discernment and of course, we have balance. But what I'm trying to get at is, there's been so many sessions where I had to stay. Like we were talking about in class, all of a sudden, a council might happen, where brothers getting rebuked, and you're just there because you're involved. You were amongst these brothers, and you're there just to hear everything, maybe add your 2 cents here and there, and even if you don't say anything, you're there to get some goddamn wisdom and understanding from that situation.
Hey, the scriptures go by 2 witnesses, man, heaven and earth, man. So the Spirit is there to witness, and the Lord has us here to witness things as well, man. That's the reason why certain matters like that happen, and you do have to not no half step. You do have to push yourself out your comfort zone, and like Yahweh Shah said to his disciples, man. Because you're not staying with me this past hour, man. Yeah. Now this is the hour where we really have to stay woke, man. That was all spiritual. Like the brother says, through balance, because that was more of a spiritual thing, as far as us standing in the truth and fighting. But how much more that you can't fight small battles when it comes to dealing with life and prioritizing with this truth, and which that does happen. But you can't always keep on getting your ass beat by the world. And to the point where you're just saying, you know what, I'm just going to set my gloves down, man.
I'm going to read that again, though. Sirach 6 and 35. Be willing to hear every godly discourse, and let not the parables of understanding escape thee. So when you're amongst these wise men, all right, anytime they speak, you should try to just, be there to, listen and absorb the wisdom, All All right, especially when you got a high-ranking men come into town, so to speak, man. You know maybe an apostle might come through.
Ooh, yeah.
You might have maybe elder bishops. You might have heads of another camp come by.
Yeah.
Hey man, be amongst these men. They got a lot to say. They've been around for a long time. I'll say this, starting with the apostles on down. A lot of them have been in the truth longer than you've been living. Okay?
Yeah.
Longer than you've been living. And if they haven't, shit, man, they've been in it for 15 fucking years, bro. They've seen a lot of shit, man, so to speak. All right? So they got a lot to say. And you should, sit there and listen and absorb what they're saying. Okay? Don't. Where are you gonna go anyways, man? Fucking black woman, or you gonna go home? Hey, baby. That bitch is sleeping, snoring, looking ugly as hell. All right. What you gonna go back to your fucking get back to your bedroom, in your parents' house and beat your meat? That's what you're gonna do?
Get that right home strong as hell.
Stop jerking.
Yeah, exactly. Stop jerking off, man. Don't even fucking
Be a man.
Don't even mention that, man. That dude was a straight demon, man. That's an inside joke. That Christian was losing his damn mind. That dude was super bugged, man.
Well, another thing, or you can go in the press drink.
Right.
You can go to
Oh,
yourself.
Hey, and I'll say this real quick, because a lot of brothers like to use that Proverbs 31, give a strong drink to a man that's ready to perish. Look, bro, there's a balance to that too, man. The scriptures talk about drinking in moderation.
And that scripture was actually literal.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. I was gonna mention that. It's really literal, but come on, there's times where brothers need a little bit of the liquor to, to forget about their sorrows. But damn, bro, I'll say this too. A lot of brothers, you gotta face your problems head on, man. You're trying to run away from it. No, you gotta face it head on. Yeah. You trying to drink your problems away isn't the answer, man. You trying to be with the woman is not your fucking it's not gonna escape. You're not gonna escape your problems, man. By doing these things. At the end of the day, after you're done with that woman, you're done with that bottle, your problems are still right there, man. All right, looking right at you. You're looking right at them. You got it.
And it may get worse because, like you're saying, a brother, like an elder brother going into it, may get worse because you're trying to put, this as a scapegoat. But, if you're not using it in moderation, it's going to destroy you.
Yep. We've seen that happen too a lot, man. Because what happens is, because the scriptures say what? Talks about that wine and women. Yeah, there's that one too. Yeah, get that if your brother can. And how it talks about how it has destroyed kings as well. Those two things have destroyed a lot of men.
When we will, it's not for kings.
All right. You got it, Doc? Anybody got it? Salagi. If not, I'm gonna finish this off while you brothers find it. This is back in Sirach chapter 6, in 36 now. And if thou seest a man of understanding, get thee betimes, meaning early, unto him, and let thy foot wear the steps of his door. So you're supposed to, like I said earlier, you're supposed to basically bother that man to the point where he's just like, God damn, man, this guy's like a goddamn net in my face. He just won't go away. But of course, we know the brother's gonna, deal with you. Okay? Verse 37, let thy mind be upon the ordinances of the Most High, and meditate continually in his commandments. He shall establish thy heart and give thee wisdom at thy own desire. And that's nothing. You gotta really want this, man. All right? You gotta really want this for yourself. Don't do it because my cousin got into it, so he told me about the truth. Now I'm in it. Or my dad was in, whatever, you know what I'm saying? No, you got to do this really for yourself. The scriptures say in Philippians 2:12, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Are you really about this or not? And see, men, they get involved in this. They don't count the cost, right? Which that means they don't foresee the problems, to come, or they don't think about it. They're not really, rooted, and grounded like that. Now, anything that comes their way, they're bugged out. They lose their fucking minds, man. Do this really for yourself. Another thing you gotta ask, do you really believe? Do you really have faith in this? If you don't, hey man, just walk away. It's best that you actually walk away. The scriptures tell you that in the book of Revelation. The Lord, rather you be, hot or cold. That lukewarm shit, bro. The Lord is going to, actually, he's going to fuck you up more than somebody that's completely cold. Because now you knew the Lord's will, but you didn't do it. So now you're going to get beaten with many stripes.
It's just like, I remember Murph, the brother Murph, he pointed out this one time that you had a wicked king that he was about to go to war, and the prophet had told him if he did that he's going to be destroyed. He turned around. And then you also had a man of the Lord that's mentioned in the scriptures that he calls him the man of God, he was fasting, but then he had stopped and he didn't listen at a point. He ate, he drank with another prophet, and he got destroyed for not listening, man. All right? So that shows you that balance right there, man. That for one, you got to stay on the straight and narrow, man, no matter what. You got to work out your own salvation, and you got to dismiss everything else. Because if the wicked can listen at this matter, well, how much more somebody is supposed to know these things?
I got that. This Sirach 19:2. It says, wine and women will make men of understanding to fall away, and he that cleaveth to harlots will become impudent.
Exactly. Meaning you're not wise. All right. So if you look, wine and women aren't your fucking answer, man. You know what's your answer? First and foremost, Yahweh Shemel Shai, okay, and knowing these scriptures and the brotherhood, man. Those are the answers, man. Those are the tools you need to survive, man. All right. The Lord, when you read the scriptures, the Lord tells you, look, you have X amount of tools on your belt, right? You're like Batman.
Right.
Okay. Now, when you get in said situation, whatever it is, use tool A. Use tool B, use tool C, right? Yeah. Now, if you don't use those tools, what's going to happen? You're going to fail and you're going to die. That's what's going to happen, okay? Simple as that. There's no sugarcoating it, okay? And that's the problem. Guys don't use their tools, all right? They don't call on the Yahweh Shemel Shai enough. They don't pray enough. They don't fast enough, okay? They don't read enough. They don't talk to the brothers enough. They don't get counsel enough. They don't take heed or rebuke enough. Fuck, man, we can keep going. That's why guys fall out. Now, of course, are there times where you're going to stumble? Yes, we all know that. You're going to have your times where you mess up. None of us are perfect. But you can't be falling into the same thing over and over again, because really, now it's a choice. Now you're like, fuck it, man. I'm going to be, because basically what you're saying is, I'm going to be a rebel. Hey, the Lord had this brother, that brother, and this brother tell me that I need to do X, Y, Z things, to make my walk better. I continue to push their hand, away from me. You're just basically saying, fuck all you guys. I'm going to do me. And that's why guys fall out, because they don't listen. They got a fucking problem with, opening up these ears, man, and taking heed of what's being said. You gotta do all the goddamn talking and always being right. That shit, man, that's played out. That's really played out. That's childish as hell. Children do a lot of talking. Like, they listen a lot, but they do a lot of talking too, because they don't have control of themselves. That's crazy, man. A lot of you guys are like little children. Hey, man, personally, man, I get tired of this shit, bro. I'm just at a point first off in my spiritual walk, and then in my age, man, I'm just getting tired of this shit. Shut the fuck up, man. A lot of you guys talk too goddamn much. Shut up. Fuck, man. Got that fucking bitch spirit on you. Just fucking listen, man. Goddamn. For 2 fucking seconds. Hold on. Not just listen. Fucking meditate on what you just heard. A lot of you guys is one ear and not the other too, man. You don't even let anything sink in. You already got a rebuttal. But this, brother, but that. Shut up, man. You don't, shut the fuck up. Shit is fucking irritating, man. Whatever you got, Salaki. That was just in the spirit that just came out, man. A lot of you guys need to grow up already. Put off that child, man. Put off that old man. Grow. And it's gonna feel uncomfortable. It's not gonna be an easy walk, man. You're gonna have to start looking at yourself in the mirror, start chipping away at particular things that make you feel comfortable. But at the end of the day, man, when you do all these things, right? You're gonna improve, man. And that's gonna allow you to actually finish the goddamn race. You're gonna cross the finish line.
Well, I mean, who drinks milk and who eats meat? A baby drinks milk, and adults eat meat. But for a baby to be able to eat meat, they have to go through a very fucking uncomfortable process of their teeth coming in, and that is a very, very painful process.
Mm-hmm.
So much that it can mess with their sinuses. They can get headaches. They get a little sick. They get infections, but it produces growth so that they can. And that's the part of discernment. The teeth really represent discernment on different types of meat, man. You know, to gain that experience, you have to go through things.
Yep. Hey, brother, got a precept? I got one. If not, you got it?
I got one.
Yeah.
This Sirach 50 and 27. It says, Yahweh Shah, the son of Sirach of Jerusalem, have written in this book the instruction of understanding and knowledge, who out of his heart poured forth wisdom. Blessed is he that shall be exercised in these things, and he that layeth them up in his heart, which is your mind, shall become wise. And the brother was talking about how you have to apply these things, because these guys have what? They have knowledge. They can read this back and forth and that, but they don't apply it, which becomes wisdom, the application of knowledge. You know, the Elder Apostle Bar goes into that a lot. You have to really apply these things in your everyday walk. You know, what you read, you have to live your life about that.
That's why it says let them be his friends. You know, that means you're applying it to your life. In these situations, you're building it with experience. You're like, oh damn, that's why this happened. Because I remember this actually happened in the scriptures to this prophet, or to this brother, or to this wicked nigga. This is why that happened. You know, so much now that you can actually teach even the reprobates. You know, like when this guy's saying, well, this happened in the scriptures. Well, okay, the understanding is without readers, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. You just read a bunch of scriptures with no understanding.
And going back to what you said, well, you mentioned that do you understand without readers? Right, that's in the book of Acts. You had the Ethiopian eunuch, right? He was talking to was it Philip, right?
Mm-hmm.
And with that all being said, what did he say? How can I unless a man guide me?
Yeah.
With that being said, that was two men that had to deal with each other and break bread. In order for him to understand, he had to talk. They had to deal. They sit down for a little bit.
Commune together.
Yes. See, that's the problem. A lot of guys, they don't do that. That's why they're all off, and now they all of a sudden they start having evil suspicions, have overthrown their judgment. They're all bugged out. They're just, getting counsel in their own head, fucking losing their damn minds, looking at a fucking wall.
It says that a man's mind wants to tell him more than 1,000 counsel, but nevertheless, what it says have
Out of 1,000, out of one.
Yeah, you're still supposed to have counsel. It even says let counsel go for every enterprise, and that doesn't mean just with yourself. You know, we hardly guess it right, so we have to seek counsel on situations, man.
If you look at the men of the Lord, they always had somebody there with them. All the time, bro. Jeremiah had Baruch. King David had, what was it? Was it Samuel? From my right, Salaki. Who's with you? No. Nathan Salaki. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? They were always with each other. Bro, man, this shit is fucking crazy. Look, King Saul was amongst the prophets, man, at one point when he was in his right mind. Remember, was King Saul amongst the prophets? They were all shocked.
Yeah, they all murmured saying, is he one of the prophets?
You know?
He was.
Shit.
To a false prophet.
Exactly. The point being, though, at one point he was in his right mind, and he was amongst these men. But point being is Elijah and Elisha. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. The men of the Lord have always been with each other, man. That's why it's crazy when you got these lone wolf spirit ass motherfuckers, man. Go, you know what, man? Fuck it, man. You want to go do your own thing? Let's see how far I get you. I guarantee you won't last, man. Fucking guarantee it, bro. I guarantee it, bro.
Yep. Because what fruit comes out of that, man? For one, you wicked fruit. So yours is gonna bear thorns and thistles, and it's gonna destroy all the fruit that you would have. If it even grows, shit, you're a bad seed. That's what comes from a bad, like the old saying used to say when a kid was bad, you're a bad seed.
Damn.
That means everything that's gonna grow from you is gonna be destruction. So you fallout niggas, you're bad seeds. Nothing's gonna grow from that, man. It says that the evil seducer shall wax worse and worse. You've already seduced yourself in your own conscience. The only thing is you're gonna do is you're gonna make somebody else tenfold more the child of hell of you. Just like even Sakari was saying, like, oh yeah, we had our spats with Jesus, but then you got these other guys, they'll just make a whole and then he started talking about Nick. And that actually did happen. He was actually right. Because Nick did fall out, and Nick was jealous of his wicked power, because they both wanted a seat of authority, but that Nick burnt out because you made your whole doctrine against the actual men of the Lord, you know, instead of just teaching the same thing that you learned. You wanted to challenge that because you were butthurt about whatever situation happened between men, and you didn't know how to separate that from the spirit.
I got one, man. Malachi 3:16. They that feared the Lord Yahweh spake often one to another. Alright, so men of the Lord are gonna constantly, be amongst the men of the Lord. Alright? And it says, and the Lord Yahweh hearkened and heard it, and a book of remembrance was written before him for them that feared the Lord and that thought upon his name. Alright, so the men of the Lord, they're gonna speak often one to another. It's simple. It's not, some rocket science here. This is simple. All right, we're gonna deal with each other. Okay, now I'll say this: there's certain brothers where you have a closer bond to, right? Hey, but even somebody that you don't talk to often, when you're amongst each other, you're still gonna be, speaking, breaking bread, and you're gonna be happy that you're with this man. And then I remember I forgot who said this. One of the elders said in the camp. And when all hell breaks loose, man, the brother that you so-called had problems with, right? You bumped heads with. When all hell breaks loose and you see that brother, man, you're gonna be in joy, man.
Yeah.
You're gonna run up to that brother, give him a hug, man, and then you're gonna be so goddamn happy that you're with him. Another thing too, side note, man, hey, if you got issues with the brother, man, just fucking be a man, talk to that brother, and squash the beef, man, whatever it is. Because we've had individuals in our camp that had issues with other brothers, didn't let things go, that had a grudge, that had a cold grudging spirit, and then the spirit kicked them out. Of course, because that's exactly, it's soft, it's really effeminate at the end of the day. The point being though is, you gotta settle it as men, and then a lot of brothers too. Let things go. Shit, man. This brother's gonna do things differently than I do.
Yep.
I can't expect brothers to do the same damn thing that I, exactly how I do it. I can't expect them to do the same thing. Okay, so what? This man decided to go left today. All right, cool. I'm used to going right. And it's not in a evil way. It's just hey, this man wanted to go fucking left. Now you're gonna be mad. Oh, this brother wicked. He went left. Well, I went right, but he went left. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? You didn't even do anything wrong. And fucking, bro. It's a lot, man. I just be thinking about just all the fuckery, man, over the years. It's like, god damn, man. Stupid shit, bro. Stupid shit literally as men fall out. But I mean, I understand that it had to happen that way. But it's like, god damn, bro. Over this simple ass shit. But hey, the answer is yes. Over that simple shit, men fall out. That becomes their stumbling block. Oh, what happened?
No, I was saying it's for us to learn.
Yeah, Yeah, but with that all being said, going to what I was saying earlier, we talked about the apostles, elders, older brothers right in the camp. You younger brothers should be listening and taking heed to what these men are saying, because they've been through so many situations. They're what does it say? Their spirit, talk about their senses were exercised, man. All right, that's why you give them double honors and all that. They've been through some shit. They know. Okay?
Hey, it's just like what Apostle Tar said on that one of his last few videos about the BJJ. He's like, I would have did this just to diffuse the situation. I mean, he's gonna be a peacemaker with a situation that didn't have too much to do with him, but it could have solved something, and it would have just by using wisdom. Like, yeah, he got a. Thank you, sir. It would have just been like that. Then he would have chilled the fuck out, even though he already had that vendetta in his head. It's just like he couldn't. Damn, I couldn't. It's like a lion that's trying to get out, and he don't realize that he's in some glass. And he jumps up and he just fucking smashes his head into the wall. Like shit. Get your ass next time. Then he walks back and goes into his fucking little cave or whatever, into his den. That's how you have to be with wisdom, man. Because shit, lion killer. Like I told you, that's a spiritual name, man. Because Esau is a fucking lion, all right. But the way we bash his teeth out spiritually is by using wisdom, And then the Lord is gonna take this man down, man. All right. But we have the ability to diffuse situations, with what's been given to us, man. But that shows you that was the way he said that was a learned man, a man that had been in situations and understands how to use this book and wisdom and how to apply it. And those are the men that we've been given as teachers, so we're supposed to take heed, man, for they watch for our souls. They know how to do it. It's shit.
Yeah. Exactly, man.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 1, verse 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful.
Because all those individuals that were just, mentioned, right? They don't have true knowledge. Okay, what does it say in the book of Sirach? The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. All right, they don't have any prudence, not any foresight. Because if you're really a wise person, right, you would make sure you don't die, right? You would try to avoid at all costs the things that are going to make you fall. That's what a wise person would do. Mm-hmm. And you see, these individuals, they don't have any wisdom. They tell you to eat pork, which leads to death. They tell you to commit adultery, which leads to death. They tell you to do drugs, which leads to death, so on and so forth. Hey, what we talk about is life, man. All right, the commandments are life, as the scriptures say. All we push is, to embetter yourself. Okay? So that's why an individual that doesn't, be around these people, they're going to be blessed, man. You got it.
If I could say in that Sirach 37, where it says, be continually around a godly man, the verse before that, it was telling you not to go unto these people in the world. That was the balance, because the next verse said, but be around these. Right? The scripture was telling you not to deal with these niggas. Don't ask counsel from these niggas, man. They don't have no, like the brother saying, like the other brother is going into, man, all they know is death, man. All they know is wickedness and death.
I got a precept. This is Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 15.
Next verse. You can hit it for
You want yours, man. You finish off here.
Psalms 1 and 2. It says, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, and in his law doth he meditate day and night.
Yeah, can I say this real quick? With you, all right, meditating on the laws, okay, you thinking about Yahweh Shai, eventually there's going to be a conflict then. All right, because all you're thinking about is righteousness and all they're thinking about is wickedness. So you can't be amongst each other. Is what is it? Good is set against evil, right?
I got that right now.
Oh yeah, get it. Shit, man.
It's Sirach 33 and 14. It says, "Good is set against evil, and life against death.
Mm-hmm.
So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly."
We're enemies, man. With that being said, this is what happens. This is Proverbs 29 and 27.
Yep.
An unjust man is an abomination to the just, and he that is upright in the way is an abomination to the wicked. So we're not going to get along. There's going to be a conflict. There's going to be a butting of heads, man. So that's why you can't be amongst these people. And they got nothing good to talk about, man.
Not a damn.
Well, what are they going to talk about? The fucking NBA, bro?
They definitely talking about games. That's about it.
And fucking Fortnite and what is it? Modern Warfare?
Right.
Whatever, I don't even know. Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying?
The new blunt
Hey, and some fucking used up bitch.
Facts.
The fuck, bro? Or fucking Little Nas X. Yeah, you look good at the Meta Gala.
Bro.
Dude look like fucking gold dust and fucking glitter, bro.
Sound like a 10-man.
A fucking Tin Man, bro. With a thong on.
Oh,
And some nails.
Actually, nah, he looked like that little mother, that troll from Troll.
Yeah, the glitter troll. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know his name. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, exactly. That's what he was inspired by. He was inspired by trolls, man. The World Tour, whatever it's called.
Which that's some LGBT Mo stuff.
Moism. Fucking just Moism, man. This dude, he's inspired by it, bro. Alright, whoever's talking to you about fucking Little Nas X is inspired, man. This guy, hey, bro, on the weekends, man, he's going to Boys Town, man, having a good old, he's having a gay old time. Alright?
Literally.
I'm back to the hood.
Oh, shit, man, you know? Oh, my God, man, this is the world we fucking live in, man. This is some fucked up shit, bro. What the fuck?
Twilight Zone.
Stains on his shirt and shit.
Bro.
You know? Yeah, you got that whatever you got?
Yeah, cover light, no, yeah, what's your shot?
Oh,
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 15. He is grievous unto us, even to behold. For his life is not like other men's. His ways are of another fashion. You know, and that's the spirit that they should feel. Like, you know what the stupid ass fucking meme, all these dumb fucking Christians be posting on these fake spiritual, well, they not fake spiritual, they spiritual demons. Some people don't like you because your demons, their demons get irritated by you. No, your ass is probably wicked, or y'all just shit. Some wicked motherfuckers don't get along either. You know that, right? Demons don't get along. Shit, it's like a bunch of diverse semen cells fighting against each other with you people, man. You know. But it says we are esteemed of him as counterfeits, because the one thing you people do agree on, like the brother had said earlier in the video, is that you still want this place to go on. You know. Whether you be a Satanist, a Christian, all right, you're a leftist, you're a rightist, you're for the MGTOW, or you're for the blue-haired people and the feminist agenda, y'all still want this place to keep going because y'all don't see outside of it. Even though you don't get along, you agree on that. You don't want this place to end. But it says he abstained from our ways as from filthiness, and that's why. Hey, it says that we have washed our hands from this generation, man. You know, that we're not dealing with it. We're not in this episode, all right? We're not running with you to the same excess of ride, wherein y'all think it's strange. It says he pronounced the end of the just to be blessed and maketh his boast at the Most High as his Father. And Lord willing, y'all gonna see, man. You know, this was not all for naught. And we did this for a reason. It made us morally better, even on this side, you know, in this filthy flesh. But y'all about to see us be glorified and glow. Because our glow day is coming.
That's crazy.
Yeah. You brothers got anything else? You pretty much hit all the points, man. Point being, hey, brothers, man, hey, take this I'll say like this. Take this grace period serious, okay? You know, there's not a lot of time left. All right, every opportunity that you have, you know, try to see a brother. You know, of course, you know, take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. All right, but you should try to, see brothers as much as possible. Don't neglect that. Don't say, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, man. Because what if there is no tomorrow?
Or it's not the course, but then don't quench the spirit.
Yep. Exactly. All right. So with that, hopefully, it was an edifying one, and with that, we're gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Also, double honors to the apostles, Nellis, and Great Millstone. Salutations to all your brothers, Shalom, and Abba Ball.
Abba Ball. Shalom.
So,